What is up, guys? Wombadger here with episode 6 of From the Ashes, the DLC for Kingdom Come. So, I think in this episode we're just going to finish off building the village, see what that looks like. So, we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll start with the, let's do the beehives. Those are a moneymaker. Not directly, but through support of other structures. Yeah, for the baker and tavern, they'll generate more money. I'll offset the expense for that, give us another 120. So let's build that.
Marius, there's work to be done.
We're gonna build here?
Indeed. Can we begin?
I'm ready.
I'll just quickly check again that we have everything we need. We've still got the means. We'll get stuck in then.
So here's the beehives. Not too certain that the center of the village is the best place to keep bees, but hey, every day or so, get some free honey.
What?
Alright. On to the next construction. We will do... Let's just do the Rathaus for now, and then we'll go
Marius,
to the church.
there's work to be done.
There's work to be done.
Now let's go ahead and complete the 2 improvements for this. We'll do,
Marius,
gotta
there's
do
work
one
to
at a
be done.
time. Now we'll begin construction on the church basic repairs.
There's work to be done.
Now to fully rebuild the church. Now for the church altar. And finally, the frescoes for the church. So now with the complete reconstruction of the church, we have built everything there is to in Pribyslavitz. The only thing left to do now is to report to Sir Divish, saying everything's finished. He'll come check it out, let us know that we're good to keep running this place for another 5 years, collecting the income. And of course, we've got this amazing church with these very nice paintings. And if you take a closer look at them, they kind of tell the story of Henry and his whole story up to coming here and rebuilding Pribyslavitz. If you know
What?
Latin.
What the hell are you doing?
So, yeah. Here we've got Skalitz on fire. There's Henry taking an oath. Looks like for Sir Radzig. And here we go. Henry up there, poking runt. And then the great Henry rebuilding Pribyslavitz. Yep. Very, very nice artwork in this game. Again, here we'll take a final look at the overview. Still making 1,535 groschen a day. That is not very bad, and as you can see, we've met all of our objectives that were given to us by Sir Divish for this village. I mean, this is completed, with the exception of going out and recruiting people that we know to further help our village or hinder it in certain cases, which we will take a look at in another video. But right now, this is the overview without doing any judgments, without recruiting anyone, and obviously with the choices that we've made and the buildings that we decided to construct. Whereas we took the guardhouse instead of the stables, which economically doesn't make the best sense, but I prefer the guardhouse over the stables. I'll get much more use out of it. I enjoy it much more. The bakery, that makes more economic sense, I believe, than the butcher. And the functionality of it, too, is there where the butcher is somewhat lacking. And then, of course, we constructed the swordsmith upgrade to the forge, which, for my playstyle, is much more beneficial. I don't really like using a shield. I prefer the longsword. It's might not be the most effective way to fight, but it's what fits my style. And that's what this whole DLC is. It's so that you can create your own little world in this amazing game. It's so you can customize it to fit your style, so you can make the game work for you, and it makes it a whole lot easier to get end game level stuff, I would say, kind of middle of the game, because where you can start building all this. It's maybe halfway through the story, and I haven't even completed the game, and I've got something that's just going to automatically give me 1,500 groschen a day. So realistically, I mean, once you have this built, it's game over. There's not going to be a fiscal challenge to this game anymore. Not that there was a huge fiscal challenge to begin with. I mean, it's very easy to just go and hunt and make money off of that, to steal. Theft is very profitable in this game. However, it's very damaging to your reputation, and it's a double-edged sword, really, with stealing. It's an very, very easy way to make a lot of money very quickly. But other aspects of your game are going to suffer dramatically depending on that. So you have to find a middle ground. You have to find a balance. Another great option for making money is alchemy. For this playthrough, that's really how I made most of my money to fund this village, was alchemy. From the very get-go, I started collecting all the herbs I could, got my herbalism up, which gave me a perk to start getting my strength up, which made fighting easier. And as my herbalism got up, then as soon as I was able to, I began utilizing all those herbs that I collected and making potions. And it started very slowly, making a few potions at a time. And then as I was able to collect more and more of these herbs, and then build up my alchemy skill to the point where I could auto brew and start making 1,000 potions in a matter of 5 minutes. That's really where the fiscal hill shifts. It's no longer an uphill battle. It's smooth sailing once you can very easily generate that income just by pressing a few buttons, really. I mean, it was very, I think it was very, very easy to make a lot of money in this game. Much easier than most people made it seem. It wasn't, I won't say that it wasn't time consuming, because everything in this game is rather time consuming compared to a lot of the immediate satisfaction action games out there. This is not that style of game. This is a long game. Everything takes a lot of time in this game, but it's not as difficult as most people make it seem. The combat in this game, it is rather difficult at the very beginning when you have absolutely no skill in it. You are not familiar with the controls, so you're really battling, and that goes into every system in this game. It's two types of skills you got to deal with this game. You've got to deal with your character skills, which really has a drastic effect on how easy or difficult something is in this game. And then you also have your own skills and understanding of the systems in this game and your ability to manipulate it. So it's really, you got Henry's skills to deal with and you have your own to deal with. And when you have to worry about just your own skills in a game and not your actual character skills, that's time consuming enough, yet it's a lot quicker to overcome that obstacle than when you have to deal with your own skills and understanding of the game and then include your character skill building within the game. That makes it a lot longer to master a lot of the things in the game, and I think a lot of people become really frustrated because it does take time to build your skills, it takes time to build Henry's skills, and a lot of people will say the game is just too hard when really it is not that hard. It's just like everything else in life. You're gonna suck at first. It's inevitable. Especially at things that aren't a natural thing, you know, it's not like breathing. It doesn't just come naturally to you. A lot of systems in this game especially, they're very different from a lot of other games. I really like it because it really shows the creativity that went into this game and everybody who developed it. There's so much about this game that is very different from anything that has been seen before. And this really is an incredible game.
You'll pay for that.
I don't know, I'm sure I left a few points open there, but it's so easy to get sidetracked. I mean, there's so much to talk about with this game. There's just so much going on in it. I want to say it's not that difficult. If you're struggling with something, it's just like anything else in life. If you struggle with it, just keep at it. You're going to get better. I mean, don't go insane. Don't do the same thing over and over again expecting different results. No. But keep trying. Try something a little different. Mix it up. And I mean, I don't see why this game could not be fun for anyone. I mean, there is just so many different things to do, so many different ways to approach it. And I don't know, this is like I mean, it's almost an infinitely open-ended game because there's so many different ways to go through everything. Obviously, the beginning prologue is rather linear, but I mean, it's prologue. It's to be expected more or less because that's laying down the foundation for the whole story to come. And then once you're through that prologue, it's up to you to write the rest of the story with what's been made available to you, which really is quite a lot. Alright, enough said. That's the end of all of the construction. The only thing left to do in this village is to make judgments and to go and find people, which I am going to be making videos about. But those will be to come. Come to be? I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. Alright. Once again, this is Wombadger, and thank you for watching. See you next time.